another man. I was thrown into confusion from the world I thought was true. It's nothing but illusion. So now I'm a liar, I'm a loser, I'm a bastard and abuser, and I'm wondering how much lower can I go? I've been beaten, I've been bloodied, I've been broken and betrayed. Wondering how much lower can I go? Even though I know it's wrong, I wish my pain upon the world. I curse the lives of lucky men. Into this hell I hope they're hurled. I was once a good man. Now I'm living in this hell. 'Cause I'm a liar, I'm a boozer, I'm a bastard and abuser, and I'm wondering how much lower can I go? I've been beaten, I've been bloodied, I've been broken and betrayed, and I'm wondering how much lower can I go? So I'm wondering how much lower can I go?
Say make money, money, make money, money, money.
Make money, money, make money, money, money. Money makes the world go round. I'm the talk around town. Remy gave me the sound. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. Money makes the world go round. I'm the talk around town. Remy gave me the sound. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. Survival of the fittest, you can sink or swim. I've been broke, I ain't never going back again. I need some C-notes, some cheddar, and a stack of ends. I need a bowl of dough, I don't need no Facebook friends. I need a pack of them snaps, a handful of Fetty Wops, and rubber band on my greenbacks. Look, dawg, don't be playing with my paper. I need every red cent, that's why I brought my little scraper. You don't know me, homie, I rob my own neighbor with a clock around my neck with a style that's so flavor. Give me the loot is just an understatement. I'm about to take your bank and put it in my basement.
Make money, money, make money, money, money.
Make money, money, make money, money, money.
Say take money, money, take money, money, money.
Take money, money, take money, money, money. Money makes the world go round. I'm the talk around town. Remy gave me the sound. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. Money makes the world go round. I'm the talk around town. Remy gave me the sound. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. The root of all evil, I don't agree with that. It's hard to do when you riding around with 10 racks. Golden Arches, St. Louis, I'm the Big Mac. St. Petersburg, Russia, you can find it on the map. I'm so cold I can spit the snow. That's why they call me Nitro with the nicest flow. On the real, man, I hate it when they call me bro. It's getting on my nerves like these bills and these haters, yo. Chill, a grown man with a loaf of bread. I keep a stack of Benjis right under my bed. Check it, my shoebox is the stash spot. I used to keep my scratch at my dad's house. I got a deadline, so I need the cake. I need a plan, so my duck is gonna try to escape. Yeah, I'm always looking for the currency, a large amount, call it a pretty penny. Money makes the world go round. I'm the talk around town. Remy gave me the sound. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. Money makes the world go round. I'ma talk around town. Remy gave me the sound. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. You got a $5 bill, put your hands up. You got a $10 bill, put your hands up. You got a $20 bill, put your hands up. You got a $50 bill, put your hands up. Holla, holla. Money makes the world go round. I'm the talk around town. Remy gave me the sound. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. If we could hit that, smack up that like button, that would be great, guys. Let's talk about some stuff. Today might be a shorter stream, guys, because holy shit, this market's so boring, man. Like it's just another day of 29,500. What's freaking new? But we can, you know, kind of continue what we've been talking about is trying to find out when this market's not going to be boring anymore, which we sort of said we might have a few more weeks of this shit. So let's pack it on. Don't be surprised if it is. You know, don't lose hope because the market's going sideways. You just have to wait. It is what it is, man. What's going on, Mike? Magdi, what's going on, bro? Bath, what's up, buddy? Good to see Bath in the shit. Levy, Interactive, said smack the like. Shout out to Interactive, man. Getting through this crab market, boys. One day at a time. One day at a time. It's like we just need to get a calendar and just mark off the crab days one by one. Because every day there's nothing new to talk about. Anyways, today I'm not going to talk about the short-term price action for Bitcoin. It's so pointless, guys. What do you know? CPI.
Bruh.
Oh no, we're not doing the pump song yet. CPI, another nothing burger. What would you expect? CPI, FOMC, they've been complete nothing burgers the last couple months. They don't affect the market, man. They don't affect the market anymore. And Bitcoin didn't even move today. It didn't, like, you know, like CPI, FOMC days, it usually has like a big wick down. It didn't even move today, bro. It just stayed sideways, which is fine. Like we've talked about the last few days, and you know, what we can expect is maybe Bitcoin just kind of grinding on this bull market support band. You know, as this kind of continues up and sideways, 31K continues to act as resistance, and we just kind of mosey our way in here to eventually we break to the upside, just like we did back here in the markets, back in 2015 and 2016, sort of like this style. So that's what we got. Now today, I wanted to bring up something we talked about in January. Remember back in January, we talked about Bitcoin's historical volatility index. We haven't talked about this in a while, guys, by the way. Jim, one day at a time for 800 days. Exactly, Jim. It's not going to be split personality anymore. It's going to be just permanent. I mean, it's just gonna, like, I'm literally going to turn into that guy from, what is it? Splice? No, not Splice. No, definitely not that guy. Splice was the movie where the guy was banging the alien. We're definitely not going down that route. By the way, they think there's aliens in Hawaii now. Prayers go out to all the people that are in Hawaii. I know it's not a good situation over there, but they're trying to blame this on freaking aliens now. It's like, dude, everything's not aliens, guys. This stuff happens all the time. They're saying a beam came up from space and it teleported down. But yet, like, there's only one video of it. Like, you tell me other people in Hawaii don't have a video of this? Anyways, besides the another BS alien news, which is the world now, it seems like, let's go look at this. Fahid, definitely Barbie Hoffs. Man, I haven't seen the Barbie movie. I would see it though. I would see the Barbie movie. You guys might hate it, but I'd see the Barbie movie, man. I'm not lying. I would see the Barbie movie. Bitcoin historical volatility index. We looked at this back in January. So what I did is I took the Bitcoin historical volatility index and overlaid it, well, the Bitcoin price as well. So you guys remember back the post FTX collapse when it was boring as shit. It was kind of like now, where price like didn't seem to move for like 2 months. It was just so slow and so boring. There was nothing going on. And remember back then, right, when Bitcoin was like right here, we talked about how Bitcoin's historical volatility index went to match the lowest that it's ever been, right? Right down here, and actually dropped below where it typically does. And we talked about a big move is coming. And at that time, no one believed that. At that time, everyone believed that the market was dead. Bitcoin can never move, right? That was the general sentiment at the time. And obviously we know volatility came back, because when volatility becomes low, guys, it's just like when the market goes up, it must go down. When volatility goes low, volatility comes back. Basically, we got to a low volatility point, and then boom, volatility came back into the market for about 3 months, We got a nice move from about 16K up to 30K in basically a few months to like March. Pretty nice move, right? Now look at where we're back at, okay? And this is where I think it gets very interesting the next few weeks. Might not be tomorrow, might not be 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, but this is where it gets really interesting the next few weeks, is take a look at where this is now. So since about March, this has been coming down. No volatility, it's been boring as shit. But look where it is now. We have now dropped below a point where we've only been below this 4 times in Bitcoin's history. Okay, and if you look at all the times that volatility has dropped below this about 3 number, look at the times. One of them, like we said, was December of 2022, when we got that about 2x for Bitcoin in about a 3-month period, right here. The other time was July of 2020. Let's go look at where Bitcoin was in July of 2020. That was the last time, pre the one we just had in 2022, that we had volatility this low for Bitcoin. And that came in right here, okay? Obviously, this was a boring time too, and I sort of talked about this. In 2020, guys, it was very similar to now, where it was very boring before Bitcoin went up. Like, it wasn't like this thing where it was just like everyone was bullish. No, everyone was bearish, disbelief, we couldn't go up. Same kind of deal. It was right here back in 2020. Super boring. Obviously, from that standpoint, we actually did end up getting a move higher, right? And it was not a small move. It was a pretty explosive move, as you guys know at this point. The time before that was March of 2019. We had a wick below this 3 level. That was right here during this boring time period. In 2019, where also people thought the market was dead. You guys get this point where when people think the market's dead, that's typically where you see big bounces? Tends to be the case. 2019, super boring, right? Market's dead. And obviously 2019, Bitcoin, 4K, 12K, right? When the market's dead. No one interested. But the one time that we went down, okay, because we did go down on one of these. The 4th time was right here back in 2018, right? We actually went down from this one when volatility was low. So we've gone up 3 times, we've gone down 1, right? I think the thing to look at this is not direction, but how long did we stay with no volatility? This time we were only stayed down here 1 week before volatility came back. This time we got 1 wick on the week before volatility came back. This time we had 1 week closing down here before volatility came back. This time we had 2 weeks, no volatility before volatility came back. And you can see right now, this is our first week dipping below. So my thought process with this is, if it's going to be like these other times with no volatility, right? 1 week, 1 wick, 1 week, 2 weeks, and this is the first week we dip in, I would think, right, based off the history of Bitcoin, that we should see some type of move within the next 2 weeks, if it's going to be based off this. Okay, we should see a decisive move, not like this fake move that's bullshit. Not like the last 2 months that's been bullshit. Okay, we should see a good move, like a good size move. You saw the moves that happened in 2022, in 2020, in 2019, in 2018. Okay, my point with this is the boring periods lead to big moves, and I do believe this big move is coming soon, because historically, we did not stay down at these volatility levels for longer than 2 weeks, right? So I think we should see it in the next 2 weeks, man. It might not be like the explosive move in the next 2 weeks. It might be the start of that move. But yeah, that's kind of my thought process here as we continue to try to find out when. You know what I mean? I think everyone kind of get, maybe you might be bullish or bearish, but we want to know when is the freaking move, or have a guess of when the move is. Based off this the next 2 weeks. And who knows? Maybe it's not 2 weeks. Maybe it's longer based off of this. Be squeezing here for another 2 months. You know what I mean? But this tells me 2 weeks. So we'll see, man. I think it's going to get interesting. But right now, I am with you guys. It is boring as shit. And there's not, I don't even care about this chop right here. It's just so stupid, man. It is what it is. We're just waiting at this point. As all I'm doing is just stacking the altcoins that I like, and not listening to people telling me everything's going to go significantly lower. just stacking the things that I want to like, that I like. If they go down 10%, 15%, I don't really care at this point. It's just about trying to accumulate as many stuff, but with keeping Bitcoin and ETH the majority of portfolio, but also picking up the altcoins that I like over the next, well, for the rest of 2023. After 2023, I don't want to buy any more shit. After that, I want to be selling shit. So that's what I'm doing. That's my strategy right now. And I don't think really anything is too crazy. Tomorrow we have the ETF news. So the first ETF deadline. I don't think the ETF gets approved tomorrow. I don't. I think there's a very slim chance of that happening. But that could be a catalyst for maybe an upside or downside move if it gets rejected or approved. I think it just gets postponed. So I wouldn't expect anything crazy to happen tomorrow, even though it would be pretty dope if it did. You know, I think we'd all be partying like the USA if it did, man. But that's it. Inflation came in at 3.2%. Okay, market doesn't care about that. At this, Bitcoin doesn't care about that really at this point. So that's that, guys. That's that. Flat earthers confused about aliens. Yeah, guys, did you see about that beam? Ma showed me it. Did you guys see that? That beam of light that came from the sky that I think the video's fake. I've always said this, man.
It's a picture. Remember,
it's a picture.
I told you it said that it's from 2018.
Yeah. It's bullshit. I never understand this with this alien stuff, guys. I've always made this point. Everyone has a damn phone, bro. You have a camera at your disposal that you can bring up in literally 2 seconds.
Oh, you should talk about Peru.
All right, yeah, now there's this Peru shit. Okay, you guys see this shit in Peru? Apparently there's aliens kidnapping people and shit. And peeling people's faces off and shit. But you're going to tell me, with everyone and their mother, even in Peru they have phones, guys. Let's not pull this. But they don't have phones down there. Okay, some of them have phones, if not most of them. You're going to tell me that no one can get a video of anything? It's such stupid, man. I don't believe... Listen, I do believe there's life outside Earth, but I also don't believe that, in my opinion, any of the evidence that we have is correct. I think all of it's bullshit. Because we would have better evidence by now. Like, we have satellites. We have... crazy telescopes. We have we all have smartphones here on Earth. Never mind the technology that they have nowadays with radars and satellites. You tell me they don't have better evidence, man. Come on, bro. I can't believe it until I see it with my own eyes. Show me an alien walking or a spaceship on the ground. I don't want to see these blurry white and black videos of them flying into space. I don't want to be seeing that. I want to be seeing it landing on Earth or seeing an alien walking. It's why I don't believe any of this shit that especially these whistleblowers, man. I don't believe it. Anyways, enough about aliens, bro. That's more interesting than Bitcoin right now. Yeah, dude, it's brutal. It's brutal. It's brutal, man. Wayne said we always get... Wayne, don't make me read that, man. We always get clear videos of cops beating the crap out of someone. Why not aliens? That's what I'm saying, bro. Everyone always gets videos of controversial shit, but we can't get videos of aliens. But apparently, millions of people have seen them. I'm gonna call stupid and a little bit of bullshit on that one. You know what I mean? Let's see. Buddy said, I agree. If it ain't in 4K, I don't want to see it. Facts. Facts, man. That is true. Anyways. Hope everyone had a fantastic day, guys. It is a good time to just be alive. It's a good time to be alive, guys. Stay positive, stay up. I just every day I see so much negativity in this space and people just salty about random shit. Guys, just chill out. It's a boring market right now. The market ain't even going down and people are salty. Imagine if the market dumped right now. People will be so salty. Just chill out, guys. This is a great time to be able to be in the markets. And a great time to, based off of the cycles, if you do believe in the cycles, it's a great time to be in crypto, man. Too many people are so negative about it right now. And yes, it's boring, but there's a difference between being bored and negative. It's brutal, dude. It's brutal. It's why I really haven't been paying attention to Twitter, really any social media. It's just brutal, dude. Like it's just like, chill out, man. Like, this is when you want to be in this space. You don't want to be in this space in the bull market, man. You want to be out of this space in the bull market. When you have your friend talking about Safe Moon and Shiba Inu, you want to be out of the market. When you don't have anyone talking about it and it seems like shit, that's when you want to be in the market and positive about it, man. We always want to be doing the opposite. And it just cracks me up, man. It cracks me the frick up, people in this market, man. But what can you do? It's boring. I get it. You know, you get the trolls during the boring periods. It is what it is. But dude, come on, man. But I get it. There's nothing to talk about. But you don't. There is stuff to talk about, but it's just a lot of this recycled shit, and people don't like hearing the same shit every day. People like hearing what's this new indicator that's showing Bitcoin's is gonna pump. You know, when in reality you don't need that. You don't need this crazy indicator, man. Just chill out, look at history, and do whatever you need to do. You know. Anyways, nothing's really moving today. I mean, SHIB's up 3%, DYDX, two ones that I do like, up 3%. Optimism's up today. All the ones that I want to buy keep going up. It's so annoying. It keeps happening. Render's up again today. I want to buy Render, but it just keeps having green days, and I'm not going to buy on a green day, man. I'm not going to buy on a green day. Especially during the crab market. I'll just wait for a red day, because it's going to come. Big drops today. You have cost down 6%. So you're getting a good sized pullback on cost. So if you're interested in that one, you are getting a decent pullback on that one. And it looks like it actually might want to, we talked about this one, might retest the previous all-time high. Looks like you're probably going to retest that either this week or next week. So you might get some interesting action on costs, as it looks like it's coming to retest that level. Let's see. HBAW, I mean, there's nothing really... honestly, like, there's only a few of them that look like shit. Like, EGLD looks like shit. Like, this one looks like shit. Everything else is flat. Like, there's really not much to say today, guys. Other than just focus on the ones you want to focus on. Wait for pullbacks on the ones that have moved up that you want. And if there's one that's still at the lows and it's just chilling there for months, that when no one's interested in it, that's when I'm interested, right? So that's that, man. Hamilton said, when Java mug? Man, you guys are killing me. Yeah, guys, we have the bomb mug. I think I have a Java mug made already, actually. I just haven't put it on the store. I don't know. If you guys want a Java mug, I can put up the Java mug, man. I just, haven't put the Java mug up. Java mug would be cool, though. Imagine just picking up the coffee mug and Java's just smiling at you every day, and he's just like, just seeing Java's face every day on that mug when you're drinking it. Oh, that would be brutal, dude. Actually, no, not brutal. Good shit. I had Chipotle for dinner today, guys. Always the best meal. Honestly, I should just eat Chipotle every day because I'm never happier eating Chipotle. I ate it so fast. I had a huge bowl today. I ate it in like probably 5 minutes. It was gone. I necked that shit, as Dan would say. And yesterday I necked the DiGiorno pizza. That was good too. That was really good. Proud Gunner said maybe this weekend or next week. Well, like we said earlier, guys, I'm not just like spitting balling. I'm here. I'm going based off Bitcoin's historical volatility index. Based off this, we have data from 2017. So we have about 6 years of data. We've only been below this level 4 times for Bitcoin, and we actually only ended up staying. We only actually ended up with volatility continuing down below this level, usually for 1 to 2 more weeks. So we're in week number 1 of this going below this level. It's like we said, like based off this indicator, not just me spitballing some bullshit, how I feel. This is based on the charts, right? We should expect to move in the next 1 to 2 weeks. If it's going to play out like it always has. That's always an if. You never know if it is. But I would think that this is a great time for a move as the market's just boring, man. It's boring a lot of people out. Like, we're still here because we watch. You guys are super. If you're still watching crypto videos at this point, you're super into crypto, man. Like, you're into the markets, you're really into it. The average person, they ain't paying attention to the markets, right? They're not. And now, especially that you got the stock markets pulling back a little bit the last couple weeks, now you really don't got people interested. So, man, what do they say? TikTok, next block. TikTok, baby, TikTok. Keep counting down, bro. Keep counting down. And you guys know my take. I think the move is going to be the upside because historically, when we're riding this, this is the pi cycle top indicator. When we're riding this pi cycle top indicator on the top side of it, like we talked about in the past, in that first year of the cycle, we tend to see the top of the, we basically tend to see the blue moving average on the pi cycle top indicator, right? We got back above it here, 2019, we saw the top of the blue one, then we pulled back. And over here, back in 2015, we got above, and we eventually saw the top of the blue pi cycle top indicator before pulling back. So my same thing the whole year I've said is continues to be my same thought process, right? And that's going to continue to be the same thought process, as I'm not going to be the guy who's saying this time's going to be different, because saying this time's going to be different is always a fool's errand in my opinion. But there will be one point where you guys will hate me. I really don't. I don't look forward to that day. I will say that. I don't look forward to the day where you guys will hate me, but it will come, and it will be quite the phenomenon, bro. Let's see. When football wrong predictions, Mike. You know what, Mike? I'm gonna do this for you, buddy, because I love you, man. The Eagles have a 0% chance of winning the Super Bowl this year.
Rant alert.
I'm doing that for you, Mike. I'm doing that for you. So now they have a non-zero chance of winning the Super Bowl. There we go, man. Nice job, Mike. The Pats, 100% chance of winning the Super Bowl. Just kidding. We have probably less than 1% chance. Not with, actually, better chance than last year now that Patricia's gone. But the Eagles got Patricia, so good luck with that. The Pats this year, oh man, I'm looking, dude, we got about a month left to go to football, like the regular season football. Let's go, man. I'm so hyped up for that shit. I haven't had any sports to watch. Basketball season's been over for a while. I'm really itching for football season again, man. And we got that coming up in about a month. It's fantastic. Fantastic shit. To be honest, the Eagles have a 50% chance to return to Super Bowl. Franco, I agree. There's only two. In my opinion, if we're going to talk football for a second, there's only two good teams. There's only two good teams in the NFC. Okay? In my personal opinion. There's only two good teams. Now, the NFC always has one team a year that just surprises you out of nowhere. In my opinion, I think that's going to be the Giants this year. Watch out for the Giants. I think the Giants will be a surprise, like 11-5, 12-14. You heard it here first. But to me, when it comes to getting the Super Bowl, it's between the Eagles and the Niners. Whichever one is healthy, because it all comes down to health in football, let's be honest. Whatever team's the most healthy is usually has a great chance to get the Super Bowl. I would say it's between the Eagles and the Niners, bro. But I actually think the Giants are going to be sleepy good this year. You know? New York? No, it's not. It's not New York bias. I am not a New York fan. I think their roster is good, man. I think they got a good defense, and I think Daniel Jones is going to get better. And they added Darren Waller too, who's a stud. Lions? The Lions. I'm not sold on Goff. I want to see 2 years from Goff before I'm sold, bro. I know he had a good year last year. Not sold on Goff, man. I need to see a little bit more from him, you know. But I think they'll be good. I think they're a little bit overhyped though. Javier said this is boring as hell. Well, I don't know what you want me to say, bro. What do you want me to say? Oh Lord. Right now is not the time for exciting streams, man. There'll be a time for the exciting streams, but you gotta understand, man. I'm going to sit up here and I'm going to talk about what I want to talk about, how I'm not going to talk about it. If the market's boring, guess what? This stream is going to be boring. You know what I mean? Like, That's just how it is. So, yeah. Anyways, what else can we talk about here? Yeah, we got this. We talked about this. Any other things coming up on this? Let's see, man. So we had CPI today. Let's refresh this shit. Yeah, let's look at the 10th. Yeah, CPI. We talked about CPI today. Tomorrow. Oh, this is not GDP. Wait. GDP. Oh, I was like, they don't got the U.S. GDP tomorrow. We already got that. It's the Great British Pound, or Britain, or the UK. The UK fellas over there. Tomorrow we got PPI. You got to be another nothing burger. I'm so sick of CPIs, PPIs, poo-poo eyes, dooku eyes, shuku eyes, wuku eyes. Enough eyes, man. I really don't care about these indexes anymore. It's like, dude, we've gone through like a year and a half of caring about the CPI and PPI. I'm about done with that. I think we should just retire those and just say, you know what, inflation's defeated. Let's just do it. Oh, man. Shout out to Emilio. Wayne said, can we look at titties? I mean, we can't look at titties. If we were on Twitch, we could look at titties. But we can't look at titties on YouTube, man. YouTube, they're very strict. They don't even want you to talk about certain things. I do it anyways. But, it is what it is. Cleveland Browns are my surprise team. Yeah, the Cleveland Browns. I just think the AFC is so good, man. That's why I can't see the Pats making the play. The AFC is just so good, dude. You got the Chiefs, the Bills, the Ravens, the freaking Chargers, the Bengals. Who am I missing, man? I'm missing a good team in there already. Who am I missing? The Jaguars. That's already 6 teams. You already got your playoff teams. I guess there's one more for playoffs now. I mean, the Steelers are always decent. The Steelers are always 500. You run out of teams. You got the Jets with Aaron Rodgers now. You got the Dolphins. There's just so many good teams in the AFC. I just think that the Browns are not at that level. But Deshaun Watson, if Deshaun Watson can come back decent, it is with the Jets. Yeah. I wouldn't put the Raiders in there, man. I wouldn't put the Raiders in that class. The Raiders are probably one of the worst teams in the AFC. And they're not even that bad. That's how good the AFC is, man. The NFC is trash. You know what I mean? Like, the NFC is trash. You got the Eagles, the Niners, and some teams that are like, but then you just have trash. You know what I mean? It's brutal, dude. Colts' new quarterback going to be good from day one? Oh, you think so? We'll see, man. I think he could be like, you think he's going to be good from day one? We'll see. We'll have to see, man. Doug Peterson won a Super Bowl. That is true. Jaguars? Yeah, the Jags will be good, man. Proud Gunner said, who's the last subscriber? Let's see. Let me go over here. Let me check who the last subscriber is. I can do it like this. Hold on. I'll be right back, guys. Hold up. I couldn't read the name. I don't know what that said. I don't know what that said. I couldn't read it. It was like some weird, like, hieroglyphic thing. Whale Talk said, guys, are we in a cult? Are we in a cult? That's a good question. I would say yes. I would say yes. And I think if you say no, you're kind of lying a little bit. I would say yes. You know what I mean? everything's a cult. Anything that has interest is a cult. You know, but I would say people who are into crypto is definitely a cult, man. It's definitely a cult. Now, the problem is, who's really a part of the cult? The cult is the people who are still here during the bear market. That's someone who's still in a cult. If Bitcoin over the next 6 months goes to like 50K and you start seeing new people coming in, they ain't part of the cult. They ain't a cult. They're a tourist. They're the exit liquidity. They're the people that's the cult sells on. And then the people who buy high, they're the ones who go to Reddit Buttcoin, right? They go to Reddit Buttcoin. They complain while we go into another bear market. And then the cultists buy back those cryptos from those people who complain about it. And it's just the same thing, rinse and repeat, right? Until greed comes back. And then the tourists come back because they want to make a quick buck. And then the patient people who are still here, in my opinion, sell on them again. And it's just rinse and repeat. It's really what markets are in general. Any market's like that. You could say any market's a cult. You know? Posers. Yeah, you can call them posers, Jim. Exactly. The posers. Cults are overrated. Yeah. I saw something today. So not only is Bitcoin's price volatility, like it's not, I'm just not making it up, guys. Like not only is Bitcoin's historical volatility index at a point where it's only been 5 times and it's only stayed in that point for 2 weeks max. Also, I saw something with social. It's not Ben Cowan's social metric index, but he has a good one too. It was another one on Twitter that basically showed that like it's brutal, man. Like it's a ghost town. You know what I mean? It is a literal ghost town. Which I sort of say, like, if you go back and look at some of these like social metrics, it's very similar to this time period right here, man. Right here, where like you always like it's. You go back to the chart and you might not believe it, but like this during this time period right here, you guys can see that Bitcoin's volatility was super low twice, right? Super low twice. And you might say, okay, Bitcoin must have been at a very low level at that point. And no, we've sort of talked about how in this time period right here, it seems like price was going up and people should have been hyped. But no, it was just as boring and doldrums as it is now, man. No one was watching YouTube videos or on Twitter or anything like that. You don't really get people watching stuff until Bitcoin gets close to all-time highs, you know? It wasn't really till about, I would say, like November, December of 2020. That's really when people started to get interested, which is like right here. You might have thought like, okay, we came off COVID, like Bitcoin just went on like a 3x. People would be interested. Nah, there was no interest in the market right there. It wasn't until over here, you know? So you might be looking at the market right now and saying, people should be interested. Like, look, Bitcoin's been up this year. But you guys can see that no one's interested because that's just how it is. No one gets interested until you get higher, you know? So the cult, every day that goes by, the cult gets smaller, guys. Gets smaller. People lose patience. So what they do is they go put their money in the savings account because they're like, oh, crypto's never going to go up anyways, and it's volatile. I feel like it's risky. So over time, people lose interest, and they start selling it and putting it into their savings account, which I mean is fine if they want to do that. But it's always during like these times. It's never during when the market's moving up. You know what I mean? Then you're taking money off the savings, you're putting it in. Anyways, people were trading their Ethereum Classic for toilet paper. Exactly, Beth. They were trading their Ethereum Classic for toilet paper. They were actually, you know, they were. You went to the grocery store or any store back then. Dude, you guys remember this time period? This was like the craziest time, man. Looking back at it, it's hilarious to me. It's hilarious, like how the world acted, like during this time, like after COVID, like the few months after COVID. Basically, people were so scared. People were stockpiling, like, toilet paper and and hand sanitizer. I'm not going to go too far into this because this turns into like a political thing, which we're not going to go into that. But yeah, man, it was a crazy time. A lot of uncertainty in markets. It doesn't seem like there was, but there was. It was crazy, dude. This was such a crazy time. Like looking back at it, and can you guys believe that was almost like 3.5 years ago? Like, what the frick? Where does time go? 3.5 years ago is when COVID happened. What the fuck? I feel like that was like not that long ago. That's crazy, man. That is crazy. And it puts into perspective how far we've come here. Right? This was 3.5 years ago. Bitcoin's halving was right here. Bitcoin's halving is coming up, fellas. It ain't that far away, which is definitely interesting. You guys know my take. I think we're front running it this time. But yeah, man, it's gonna get interesting. It was such a crazy time, man. Yeah, people driving cars with gloves on. I shouldn't laugh. But yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy, man. Back in the day, it didn't have all that. Go long on Sandbox. You know I love the metaverse, man. I just think we're early on the metaverse. That's what. Okay, I like Sand and you know what? I'm gonna go on a limb here. I like the metaverse. I think the metaverse is gonna be huge. I just don't think any of the current crypto metaverses are good. I think Sandbox is trash. I think Decentraland is trash. As far as games, like the actual game. I like the idea of metaverse, but I don't like Sand and Decentraland as games. They're just not good. And that's why no one plays them. You know what I mean? I think the last time I saw something on Decentraland, especially, there was like 20 people playing it. You know what I mean? Like 20 people. That's like a $500 billion market cap and 20 people are playing that shit. You know what I mean? Like something doesn't add up. Now, like I think the metaverse is going to be huge, but I think we're a little bit early on the metaverse. I think AI is the first big thing, and then metaverse, because metaverse won't be big until the current kids that are like younger than 12 get to adults, which isn't for like at least another 10 years. So I think metaverse has a little bit of time. So that's why like I'm not bearish on the metaverse. Like say if something happens with the metaverse, Sand and Decentraland will both pump just because they are metaverse plays. You know what I mean? Like say if something crazy happens with Meta's Facebook or Meta's metaverse, you know, then Sand and Decentraland will go nuts. Even if it's not them, it's just the fact that they're metaverses, right? I don't know. It'd be interesting, man. Doesn't mean they won't go up. I think these will go up based off hype. If anything happens with Meta, but Meta is the biggest thing. If you believe in Meta, you believe in Sand and Decentraland, man. You know. Yeah, I agree, Beth. It's not going to be a single game. I totally agree. I think it's going to be one big network where you can play multiple games on that one network. If that kind of makes sense. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. George still do the metaverse streams? No, I did like when he did that one metaverse stream though. That was pretty cool. Oh man, bag of mana just in case. Yeah, dude. At the end of the day, the risk versus reward here is pretty good. You know what I mean? Like, I probably, by the end of this year, will probably have a bag of one of the two. Probably Sand. I think out of the two, I like Sand a little bit better. But you can't go wrong with either one. They're both gonna pump if anything happens with the metaverse. Like if anything's like, oh, metaverse is getting some type of use case in the real world, doesn't even matter if Sand has 5 users. It's gonna pump. You know what I mean? That's just how it is. So by the end of this year, maybe I'll have a little bag of sand. Bag of sand. Get it? No pun intended. Like we're going to the beach. Yeah, I mean, get risk reward here. You got the lows. It's not bad. Ethan said, I think Mana and Sand will be absolutely muted by the new projects just copying the idea. Yeah. I want to make a metaverse, man. I feel like I could make like a... I just don't know how. I don't know how to do that. You know what I mean? Like, and to create a metaverse, you that would be like a year's project with a huge team. But like I said, someday I want to create either a really good first-person shooter that actually listens to their community, or create some type of like badass metaverse, man. But that's in the future. That's not now. I would love to create some game, like some first-person shooter game, because they're all trash now. Matt said, I believe. Oh. Let me read the super chats, guys. Sorry, guys. I've been ranting about the metaverse. You know what I mean? Psycho Pro said, look at the brick coin. The brick coin. Is it actually the brick? Brick. Let's see. What the frick is this? Psycho Pro, what is this, man? Props, bro. Sometimes finding these low cap or weird ones, you're gonna find some gems. Psycho Pro. Nice, man.
Strap up. We're going to the moon.
As long as you bought it at the lows, man, I gotta give you some props. If you bought it right here, it actually still looks like it still looks bullish though. This still looks like it wants to continue up though. But nice, bro. I don't know anything about this, but it's in an uptrend. So nice, dude. Grip said, I've been buying crypto for the past 4 years and just can't stop. For the past 4 years. I mean, listen, if you've been buying for the past 4 years, right? If you've been buying for the past 4 years, let's just take like, let's just take some shit coin. No, it's not. Let's take like Doge. Let's use Doge. Doge is a good example. If you've been buying Doge for the past 4 years, nonstop, right? Let's say you started buying Doge. Doge is a bad example because it pumped a lot. Let me use like ADA. ADA is probably a good example. Let's look at ADA. If you've been buying something like ADA for the past 4 years, right? Let's say since 2019, you know, and you've been DCAing since 2019. You were buying down here. You were also buying up here. You're also buying on the way down. And you've also been buying this sideways action. You're probably up, right? I mean, it depends. Assuming you made the same buys. You're probably about break even or slightly up, you know? But at the end of the day, yeah, I mean, time in the market beats time in the market. Because now at this point, you've been accumulating for 4 years, and you probably have a massive, like, I'm just using ADA as an example. You have a massive bag of ADA. Don't marry alts, though. Don't hold altcoins, man. I think holding altcoins through multiple cycles, I think is pointless. I think you got to be sort of like trading the 4 year cycles on altcoins. Bitcoin, you can kind of hold Bitcoin. You just got to be okay with the big drops. But altcoins, it's tough, man. It's tough, man. You know, he never said a shite coin. Yeah. Boots said the only way is up. Yeah. Caesar said he's down 90%. Oh Lord. Brick is a Fortnite coin. Is it? I used to play Fortnite. Fortnite's a good game, man. Fortnite's a good game. You know what? I think what's Bitcoin? Look at Bitcoin, man. It is brutal, bro. The good thing is, like this is, like I said, if this keeps up for another week or two, man, I think at that point you got to get a little excited. at that point. Because historically speaking, right, like we talked about here, is Bitcoin dips below here, it doesn't stay there for very often. So I think if we stay here for another 1 to 2 weeks, you have to get pretty excited because these have been some most explosive moves in Bitcoin's history. Obviously, the beginning of this year move was very explosive. The 2020 move obviously was very explosive. 2019 move was very explosive, and the 2018 move was very explosive. You got to get kind of excited, man. And honestly, like, it's hard to get excited about something right now, but this would get me excited. If we start pushing some of these low levels, like 2 on this, it's got to get me a little excited, man. Because, like, it doesn't stay down here very often, dude. It doesn't stay down here, man. If it does, it's just going to be brutal. I just don't think it will, because it doesn't tend to do that very often, which is crazy, you know? But we talked about this back in January, and it ended up playing out. Right, we talked about how this, when it dips this low, it doesn't stay here very often. At that point, it was kind of the same thing. There's no way. Where's the money going to come from? Blah, blah, blah. There's no big move coming. Market's super boring. Where is it going to come from? Boom. Now we're kind of at that same point now, where I think people think it's like there's no way you can get any type of big move. There's zero chance of a big move. It's impossible. We're just going to crab forever. I don't think we got too much longer here, you know? Based off history. So I think there's reasons to be optimistic. Whatever you are, pair, bull, this is just about timing. This is not about direction. I think there's some reasons to be optimistic about volatility coming back into the market over the course of the next 2 weeks. Catalyst, there's always some type of catalyst that causes this, guys. There's always a catalyst, right? So it's always in the charts. So like I believe that a news event's always in the charts beforehand. You know, like the chart's going to show that there's news coming before it happens. And I think that's what this is showing. There's some type of news event that will come within the next 1 to 2 weeks. Take your pick. You know, take your damn pick. Is it going to be something bearish? You know, bears love to bring up Binance. Or TetherFud. If I see TetherFud, I'm buying more Bitcoin. Every time there's TetherFud, buy more Bitcoin, profit. So bears, please bring up TetherFud. But maybe it's Binance shit for the bears. Maybe for the bulls. I don't know. I don't know what could be a bullish catalyst. We've already gotten the XRP case. We've gotten ETF hype. I don't know. And I know a lot of people are thinking about tomorrow. Tomorrow is ARK's. I didn't see anything on it. They might have already postponed it. I don't know, guys. Did they already postpone ARK's deadline tomorrow? Did they say anything about ARK's deadline tomorrow yet? I didn't see anything about it today. Maybe they did and it just didn't hit the news or something. You guys maybe could tell me. But I know tomorrow's ARK's deadline. I don't think there's not an FOMC meeting this month. I don't think. So I don't know what could be any type of catalyst here for a move. But I don't know, man. John said, "Where is everyone?" Drew said, "I want Boss to come climb with me someday." Drew, I would love to climb with you one day, man. You know what we'll do next time, Drew? Next time we got the next Vegas meetup, which we're gonna have, depending on when the bull run is. I think it's gonna come earlier than people expect. I think it's gonna come in. I think actually, the bull run is gonna start a little bit earlier, before the halving this time. But depending on what it is, it could be in 2025 too. We're gonna have it during it this time. We're not going to wait. We're not going to make a date, okay, like after. So, Drew, what we're going to do is one day we're going to go rock. You got to come. You have to come, first of all. You got to come. And then we're going to go rock climbing, man. Even though I don't want to do it. You know what I mean? I don't want to do it. But we're going to do it. Also, last time we were in Vegas, we hiked up this, like, cool little mountain over there. It was like a nice little mountain. Maj, remember that nice little mountain? Okay. It was a big mountain, yeah. We were like on the top of the freaking... Yeah, we climbed a mountain in Vegas last time. It was like right outside the city.
The thing is that it's easy to climb it, but then going down, that's the worst.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we could do that too. There's like a little mountain that we climbed last time. But yeah, I would love to do that, man. I like hiking. Rock climbing, you know, I'll do it as long as I'm strapped in good. But like I prefer a nice like hike, even if it's like a steep hike. I'll do it. You know. When kicked out of hotel. When that's not happening again. No kicked out of hotel unless one of you bozos starts some shit. Just kidding. Wayne said that's an easy way to get some Bitcoin. Give me your hardware wallet and the PIN number and I'll pull you up. Who the hell would give them your PIN number? Who the frick would do that? Only a bozo would do that. You know? Literally only a bozo. Oh man, the most exciting thing happening today is SHIB's continuing up, man. Shibanichi, man. Happy with my entry here in SHIB. The white off, bro. They're slow moving. They're slow moving, but they play out, man. They're slow moving, but they end up playing out a little bit. If you were hanging over a 500-foot cliff, yeah, the 500-foot cliff, dude, 500-foot cliff. Doing scary things for fun make other things easier. That is true. You think a 20% Bitcoin move gives you dopamine? It would right now. You know what I mean? Even a 5% move would give me some dopamine right now. Shit. Where would a 20% move get us right now? Let's see. Now, from here, a 20% move would be 35K. I would feel like a kid in a candy store. That's not even that big of a move. Shit. 50 stories. Scorpion said they'll approve it when BlackRock tells them to approve it. True. True. Let's see. Brian said it's not complicated. Can you see BlackRock buying here? Be honest. But Brian, how do you know that BlackRock didn't already buy? You know what I mean? That's the thing. How do you know they weren't buying before? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do we know that, I guess, how do we know that there's not some way, because there's always a way they can hide these, you know what I mean? How do we know that a lot of these entities don't already own Bitcoin behind the scenes? You know what I'm saying? We don't know. We have no idea. You know what I mean? Wes said, let's invite Savvy as well in Vegas. I would invite Savvy. I think Savvy, you know what? I think Savvy would be a great guy to hang out with in Vegas. He would have great doomsday stories. You guys know I love my doomsday stories, man. He would have great doomsday stories. He would be great at fishing, you know. If, you know, he basically, you know, he's probably really good at freaking poker, man, because he could have that poker face, you know, being bearish 24/7, you know, even though he's probably really not. He's probably bullish sometimes. He just acts like he's bearish. But yeah, I mean, I think Savvy would be great to hang out with in Vegas, guys. Blaze said, when we going to Vegas? Either next year or 2025. We're going to do it during an uptrend this time. We're not going to do it during a downtrend. You know, at least that's the plan. You never really can guess when an uptrend or downtrend is going to happen. But yeah, I think 2024, 2025, one of those 2 years. We're definitely doing another Vegas trip. Savvy must be new here. Oh, Sammy must be new here. What did Sammy say? Sammy said, and you're triggered a troll. Who got triggered? Bath? Sammy Sosa said, BTC not moving 20% anytime soon. Y'all waiting on 20% BTC while alts pump 20% on the daily.
Bruh.
Okay, we're moving on. We're just sometimes it's just not even worth commenting on stuff. You know what I mean? Scorpion said you should make masks of all your characters and have people walk around. Done. We're gonna have a horse guy mask, a Jabba mask, everything. You know what I'm saying? Oh. We're gonna have every type of mask. Oh Lord, yeah, we're gonna have every type of mask, man. It's gonna be a great party. No, yeah, it's gonna be good, man. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good, dude. Some of you guys are like, I wouldn't go. You say that now. If we could get crypto pumping, right, and you got all your shit up 10, 15, 20x, you guys are coming. You guys are coming. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not playing this game, dude. We ain't playing this game. We ain't. Oh, man, can we fast forward like 2 weeks, guys? Like, shit, man. These next 2 weeks, I feel like this is going to, like, go to the wire. Like, I feel like maybe another 1 to 2 weeks of absolute boredom. Like, boredom shit. Where, you know, like, we might go down and, like, test this trend line again. You know, maybe even spike to the bull market support band again. Get the bears riled up a little bit. You know, but it's mostly going to be chop, I think. You know what I'll say? Like, we kind of compare, like, this price action to this price action. This, you know, this wedge is whatever, man. I mean, if it doesn't end up holding it, it's not a big deal. I just have it drawn here. But, you know, just like the slow bleed down. You have the spikes. The one thing I'll say about this is this, like, this candle right here, like, if we're just going to zoom in for a second, this candle right here, if you guys, like, are into, like, the big liquidity candles or vector candle, which is basically just a liquidity candle, they just left that whole thing up there, man. Right? I don't know, man. Like, this daily candle that was just straight up, straight down, it's just interesting candle, man. Like, even if you do believe we're going to go lower, like, you see this time where we slow bled, we had this big red candle, we kind of left it there, came back up and took it. They just, like, left these big 2 candles up there, man. It's interesting. But, yeah. This candle, man. It's an interesting candle. And you know what I'll say about this? Why I'm also optimistic. And I get why bears are kind of pessimistic, right? Actually, I really don't. I say that I do, but I really don't. Why this move is interesting to me is also, you see, like, the slow bleed down? See this slow bleed? Right? Now, slow bleeding can continue. But you see this slow bleed? What's different between all the other times in the bear market where we just, like, went lower? Notice how in the uptrend, these pullbacks tend to be kind of slow bleeds, right? Kind of slow bleed down, retrace, slow bleed down, one big cascade, right? Hold up. Whoa! Sammy's gone, baby. Sammy's gone. Sammy's gone, baby. You see this? Slow bleed back down. Right? See the slow bleed? Slow bleed. If you go back in the bear market, right? What I'll notice is a lot of these, like, during this time period, it was just basically you hit a resistance and you just instantly got dumped, right? There was no slow bleed. It was just ronk. Came up, ronk. Ronk. Right? Ronk. Wonk. Wonk. Right? There was no really slow bleed. You know, it was more so you're just getting rocked to the downside. Where this time you're kind of just slowly bleeding, which to me tells me like, yeah, there's sellers, but like it's not like this thing where like you're just selling off like crazy. I guess the only other time I could see that maybe there's like another slow bleed like that, like you have a slow bleed here, which we talked about, like this period right here, very similar to where we are now, where it was like a slow bleed down, volatility was super low, that we talked about on Bitcoin's volatility, which is right here. Volatility was super low, just like it is now, and it was like a slow bleed down. Doesn't always have to mean you have to go up. You know what I mean? There's obviously times where that's not the case. Where like, I guess like, this was kind of like a slow bleed here, and you just whipped down. Guess it's not always like that. Most of the time it is though. Like a lot of these are, you just get instantly trounced down. Yeah, but you guys get the point. Like the slow bleed to the 20 moving average. Slow bleed, slow bleed, slow bleed. Drew said, I love scary candles to the downside. I would love a scary candle to the downside, man. We just like, I would love a scary candle. I would love if this boring period ends in a scary period to the downside. Where like, it's kind of a slow bleed, but then the end is a big scary candle. Like if we can get one of these, give me one of these things right here. You see this? Give me one of these things, bro. You know, like give me a big scary candle to end this shit. So like, say like next week maybe, I don't know, I'm just spitballing. Big scary candle gets you to like sub 28K, gets everyone all riled up. I would love that shit. But we'll see. I like that too. We just haven't seen that. We haven't seen one of those candles in a while. You could argue March. Even that one wasn't too bad though at the time. Like a candle that really scared people. I think the FTX dump was the last one that really scared people. That was like back, that was almost, I mean, you're almost going a year from now. Like 9 months. Shit. Oh, let me read the super chats again, by the way. Wayne said, Jordan, please look at the Bitcoin 5-day Gaussian channel. Very nice. It's very nice, Wayne. Very nice. It's very nice. Oh, Mike McCarthy also said you should check out the UFO from 2012 on New Year's in Jerusalem. Type in Dome of the Rock UFO. Many angles from people's phones. It's a great video. UFO from New Year's in Jerusalem. Interesting. When Jordanite merch? Kidding, don't do that. Shout out to Kip. And Kennedy said, I know what I'm doing. Continue to DCA. I'm grateful for lower prices. If they go lower, even better. Low prices keep me hype as F. Yeah, I think, yeah, for the altcoin market, man. For the altcoin markets, dude. I definitely agree. Like I said, I wouldn't mind if the next 4 months were boring. Yes, it's boring, and yes, like on the channel itself, we don't have a lot to talk about, but I'm fine with that, man. Like, yeah, I get this, like, I come on here and it's like not that exciting, but from like an investor perspective, like this is the most exciting time. It's just not the most exciting time to like talk about it. You know what I mean? It's just not. What was I gonna look at? Oh, the 5-day Gaussian channel. I think I looked at the weekly Gaussian channel. That one looks pretty good. The weekly Gaussian channel, which I know flipped green, right? Which obviously we flipped green back in 2019 and we still pulled back a little bit. But I think I really think that we're following more of this cycle than this cycle. They're all different and they all have their different things and whatnot. But I think we're following more this cycle than this cycle. You guys know why I think that. Because I think we already tested our base. So like this was our big bear market base between 25K and 16K. We already tested it, right? So we already broke out and tested. Whereas back in this one, we broke out, we never retested. So we came back and we retested later, COVID, crash, basically retested our base. Look at that. Perfect retest of the base, then moved up. I think we're following like this one, where we broke out and we instantly retested the top of the base. So like if we look at when this one turned green, it was during this boring period right here. You see this? This was a grueling, boring period, man. This was like 6-month boring period. Okay? 6 months. Look at that. Boom. Gaussian channel turned green on the weekly. That was right at the bottom. Right at the bottom of that current consolidation. You still, and look at, you had that grind up phase we talk about. You see that grind up phase where it's still boring as shit, but you kind of grinding up? Look at where we're at now. Gaussian channel turned green right on the candle that marked the low at 28.4. Right? Doesn't mean it's the low. We still have to kind of go a little higher to be more confident with that. But Gaussian channel turned green right there. And look, I mean, you're at that point now where if it's like that one, kind of just keep making higher lows and keep getting rejected from 23K like this. Could expect probably price action that's like this. It's like, you know, down and up and down and up and down and up until we eventually break out. Something like that. If we're going to follow the previous cycle, which we don't always have to do that. Wayne said look at the 5-day. We're going to look at the 5-day too, because Wayne said check out the 5-day. So we got to do the 5-day too. The 5-day Gaussian channel. You said this one's nice, Wayne? A 5-day Gaussian channel. We tested. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty similar to the weekly. You know? It's really similar to the weekly, actually. It's funny enough. It's really similar to the weekly one. But, yeah, it's good stuff, man. It's good stuff. It's good freaking stuff, bro. We like when that Gaussian channel turns green, man. We definitely do. You know? We definitely do. Only man Jason. Sammy, stop trolling the chat, man. Listen, no one can troll me anymore. I'm at that point where I'm untrollable. Like, it is what it is, dude. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. Sammy, you gotta stop trolling the chat, bro. You gotta stop trolling the chat. If you keep trolling the chat, they're gonna keep banning you, man. You know, like, you don't want to be banned, bro. You know, you don't want to be banned, dude. There's nothing you want to be banned for, man. You know, so stop trolling the chat. You know, and you're not gonna be banned. Let's see. Jeremy said this live's so dry with the market so dead. Oh yeah, it's gonna continue that way, man. It's gonna continue that way, man. You know, just know it ain't going nowhere. As long as the market's dry, the stream is gonna be dry. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's gotta be dry, bro. Bass said I'm shadow banned on George's and BitBoy's YouTubes. Oh, what did you say, Bath? What did you say to them? Did you tell George that Bitcoin's going down? I think George will ban someone from saying Bitcoin's gonna go down. Did you tell BitBoy that his predictions suck? Which one did you do? You did one of them. I know you did. I used to love trolling Mitch. Mitch Ray just seems like a great guy to troll, man. He just seems like he's so easily irritated. We got to troll Mitch. One of these times, guys, we just got to go in there and troll Mitch. You know, I used to watch Mitch all the time. But I would love to go in there and watch and troll Mitch. George got me too. Bear, you just say Bitcoin's gonna go down? I asked how deep Richard's junk. Oh Lord, man, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, guys? George is easy to piss off. I don't know if he's easy to piss off, but he does. You know what? Notice I always know when George is looking at the chat. See, I've watched George so many times. I've watched George like 1,000 times probably. I've watched him so much where I know his face
He doesn't
mannerisms.
get pissed off, like,
No, he doesn't get hit.
Yeah.
He gets pissed off, but he doesn't
If
show
Spencer
it.
gets pissed off, then he's gonna scream and say, "Oh, you are an idiot," and he's gonna press that button. George will just say, "Yeah, I don't like what you said.
I'm banning you.
Exactly.
No, but I know when George gets mad, but he doesn't say anything.
No, he will
No,
say
he
it,
does.
but
He has the
he's
lip.
chill.
He does the lip,
But he's chill.
but he doesn't
And
say
then
anything.
gets pissed.
I can always tell when George is looking at the chat and someone's trolling him, and he goes like this. He goes. But you have to look at his lip. So next time you're watching George, and he's doing Q&A, watch his lip, and you'll see when he sees a troll comment, you'll know exactly when he's getting trolled. You know what I'm saying? Oh Lord, yeah. When BitBoy gets mad, he just I don't know what he's doing, man. Like
Oh, he has this button now. Somebody sent it to him.
he's like,
That says idiot or something, low IQ, something.
yeah, low IQ idiot. He comes in and he goes, "What'd you just say? What'd you just say? I said crypto." He loves saying that. I saved crypto. You know what? You're a low IQ friggin' idiot. I've been in crypto for 6 years. How long you been in crypto, buddy? Yeah, exactly. I'm the crypto expert, not you. All right? I've been in crypto for a long freaking time. You probably got in 2021. All right? So don't be telling me that I don't know about Bitcoin cycles. Okay? I do. You're a low IQ idiot. Get over it. And then he bans him. Then he tells TJ to ban him.
Oh, TJ's no longer there.
TJ's no longer there?
He's in a cage.
Oh, Lord. Let's see. I've heard he get pissed at GenX crypto last week in LOL. Oh, man. Listen, what I'll say about George is, you know, I'm happy he found crypto, man. Listen, George is, I'm happy he found crypto. Here's my thing, okay? George, he's very bullish on something at the right time. I'll say that. I've always said this. People like to clown George, but like he's gonna do better percentage wise than like 99% of people, just because he's DCAing in the bear market. If he actually does what he says, he's gonna do better than 99% of people. People like to clown on him. And the same people who clown on him will end up buying higher than him. That's just how it is. But, you know, there's a point where you're not George. There's a point where you say, I'm not George. You know what I mean? Like, you're not George forever. You know what I'm saying? There's a 2-year stretch maybe where you don't want to be George. But I think right now you want to be George. I think right now is the time where you say, I am George, we're all George. You know? But a year from now, 2 years from now, you probably ain't going to want to be George. You know what I mean? You're going to want to be savvy. But we'll see, man. I think right now you want to be George, though. You know what I'm saying? Banned crypto face? Yeah. Banned crypto face. Let's see. Brian said George's DCA exercise is the most... No, I think, honestly, that DCA thing he does every Wednesday, looking at it, I think, you might see, it's down 40%, right? But let's be honest. 40% in crypto is like 5% in the stock market. Like 40%, basically this, right? Let's go...
If you are in crypto, you are DCAing because you believe the prices are going to go higher, so it doesn't really matter.
True. Exactly. Think about it this way. Like Cardano, right? I think the last time I watched his DCA portfolio was down 40%. What's 40%? Right? I mean, if Cardano, let's say he had everything in Cardano, which he doesn't. We're just using it as an example. 40% basically if Cardano got back to above 45 cents or so. Now,
Doesn't know how to read charts. Remember that.
sure. If Cardano does a 2x from here, right? 2x, all of a sudden that portfolio is green. You know what I mean? Like, so at the end of the day, say the average on it is, let's say the average on Cardano is 60 cents. Okay, 60 cents is your average on Cardano. At the end of the day, 60 cents will be lower than 99% of people. Why? Because 99% of people buy when it gets close to all-time highs. So at the end of the day, I mean, if even that's not even taken into account if we still go sideways for another few months, right? Then you even lower that average even more. You know? Magdi said your streams are never boring. Magdi, you're the homie, man. Thanks for coming and hanging out, dude. Thanks for hanging out. Shout out to Magdi. And
Strap up. We're going to the moon.
Magdi, you're the homie, man. You're an Eagles fan, though. Eagles fan. It's okay. Pats are 1-1 against the Eagles, man. We beat you once. You beat us once. Okay? So, I'm not that salty at you. Giants fans. Fuck you. Shout out to Magdi, though. You're the homie, man.
We're going to
That's
100K
awesome, dude.
tomorrow.
That's awesome. But I will say this. Okay? Everyone has a definition of boring, I guess. You know? Magdi 100. True. Thank you, Lieutenant Dan Dankel. You're the man too, man. You're the man too, man. You guys are the homies, dude. Jordan has everything in Cardano. I don't. I actually don't hold any Cardano. You know what I mean? I hold none. Will I end my 2023 accumulation spree with no Cardano? That's the thing. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. Right now, it's not on my radar though. Not because, like I said, it's not because I don't like it. There's really not a lot of cryptos I don't like. Or there's not a lot of cryptos that there's not a lot of cryptos that I don't like. I could probably name them on my hand. Bitcoin SV. I still think Bitcoin Cash is trash, but you know, even if something's trash and it looks bullish, you still play it, man. You know, the thing is, you can't be tied to be hating a coin because at any moment you could switch. You know, I hate XRP. Now I own it. I hate Bitcoin Cash. I still got a little bag of Bitcoin Cash. You know, I hate Litecoin. Bought Litecoin earlier this year. Not anymore. Remember, guys, for the next any type of these altcoin halvings or anything like this, buy the rumor, sell the news. Buy the rumor, sell the news. Buy before, sell before. Buy before, sell before. You got to be able to switch, man. And the most hated coins usually pump because those are the coins that people hate and they short it. And yeah, that's just what it is. For example, Solana. I think Solana's man. Solana's chart looks really good right here, man. Like Solana, dude. People hate Solana. Like, there's like a select few people who hate Solana, and I don't really know why. Honestly, I would say that I think the second best layer 1 is Solana, man. Out of all of them, I like Solana here, man. I've sort of been patient for a lower price, but like this ain't budging. There's another one that I want to buy lower, but it just ain't budging at this point. Render. Of course, that has a green week. Come on, Render. You're so close. You guys know the ones that I like. I've talked about like a million streams about the gods that I like. Everyone has different opinion. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. I really don't think it matters too much. opportunity cost, yes, some altcoins will pump better than others, but I think most of them will go up during a true bullish phase. Most important chart is look at this one, right? This is it right here, man. That's it. We're just in this phase. We're, in my opinion, we're in this phase right here. This phase. Right here. Right at the lows. We'll just chop down here for a little bit. Most likely the altcoins will chop down here. Like the whole altcoin market. You'll have some that pump. The whole altcoin market, on average, will just stay, probably just chop down here for a little bit. When does altcoin market typically go up? The altcoin market typically goes up when Bitcoin gets to its retracement levels, which, you know, mid 40Ks, which really isn't that far away either. Like, it's not that big of a move, really. So, yeah, man, that's what we got. Harrelson doesn't want to hold vet. There'll be a day where everyone's going to hold vet again. Watch. No, everyone likes to hate. VeChain's another one people like to hate on. Watch. Listen. VeChain will be one that will pump hard too, just because people don't like VeChain. That's how it works. And then the ones that everyone likes, those ones don't do anything. You know what I mean? Algorand, everyone's favorite utility token, never does anything. That's just how it is. Like Matic. Actually, Matic. My thing with Matic here is I think it has so much competition now from the lower cap L2s, you know? Like Matic was good when it didn't have a lot of competition, but now you're going up against ARB, OP, ZK. There's going to be new ones that come out. That's my problem with Matic. Like Matic was great because it had no competition really when it came to what it did. Now you got so much shit that can compete with it, man. Not that I don't think Matic is that great. Matic might be one of those that does good, but like doesn't blow your socks off, you know. Just because you got so much competition now. I like the lower caps better. I like OP and R better than Matic at this point, just for, you know, risk reward. Franco said it's Sam got a lot of vet. Nice, dude. Freaking KDA still my third biggest buy. Franco, KDA your third biggest buy? Franco, what's KDA been up to, man? I haven't even looked at KDA. You guys hear this song? Yeah, I like weed. Yeah, I like getting high. Yeah, I like getting high. I like smoking weed. Like, what? That's the music that they have nowadays. Like what? What are you gonna do, man? KDA? I think KDA looks like it wants to come test that 2021 low, man. This one really looks like it wants to slow bleed down to 33 cents. It really wants to slow bleed down to 33 cents. It's crazy, man. It looks like it wants to come test that low, man. Over the course of time. Maybe that will be the buy of the century. The KDA at 33. He's like, I like smoking weed. I like getting high. It's not like so like about the words. It's just, I mean, it is about the words too, which is funny. But it's like, it's just, there's nothing like that gets you pumped about that song, man. Anyways, BTC's moving. Holy shit, Inca. BTC is up $30. I forgot what the song feels like. $30 pump. We all gonna make it. This is how sad it is. $30. Remember when Bitcoin used to move like $30 like every second? Like every tick, it basically went up $30. Now it's like every tick it goes up like 20 cents, 10 cents. I remember when like it used to be like, okay, 29,450, 29,550, 29,510, 29,570. Oh, dude, it's brutal. That's what it's came to. But like we know, man, this is the most exciting chart in my opinion. This chart right here is the most exciting chart in Bitcoin right here. Like it's not even at this point. It's not even about the Bitcoin chart. It's really not. It's this gets me excited. Does this get anyone else excited? Because it gets me excited, man. Only 4 times in history has volatility been below this level, and it usually only lasts 1 or 2 weeks. Gets me kind of excited, man. We'll see though. We'll see. BTC used to go ham by the second. Shout out to Verhoofdy, man. Chart of the day. It's the chart of the day, man. Hopefully something comes with this, dude. We're all hoping. The shame range. Brian said, overlay Bitcoin's price chart. Oh, I have it up here, Brian. Here you go, buddy. This is Bitcoin's chart. There's the 4 times. We basically had 3 big upside moves and 1 downside move. You know what I'm saying? But I would say keep in mind that the downside move was during the typical 1 year Bitcoin downtrend that it has. Whereas the 3 upside moves were outside of that typical 1 year Bitcoin downtrend. So if it's going to be based off history, I would expect that this next volatility move would be to the upside. If it's going to be like the past. As always, you can't always predict that, but hey, all we can do is look at the past and see what happens to the future. I'm so corny. Drew's so corny on that chart, man. Let's see. At the end of the day, on the grand scheme of things, it is what it is. Exactly, V-Sun. Exactly, man. Oh, let me make sure I didn't miss any super chats in here. Okay, we're good. We're good. Because earlier I wasn't looking. And for some reason, they don't pop up on the screen anymore. I don't know why. The subscriber one pops up. We have to get that fixed. But like I said, I had to fire my producer as I went to go work at McDonald's. And I had to fire the producer. So let's see. I'm shorting costs from 5 cents. Nice. Yeah, costs was one that we needed, that looked like it was going to retest its high. You know? Where's costs? Costs. Yeah, cost was one that looked like it was going to retest its high. So it's on its way. You broke out, you retested. See, like this one right here? This is another good example. Look at the last 2 times it tested its high, right? So this was its previous high. What did we do? We broke out with 1 candle. The next candle we came and back tested, and we continued up, right? And then this candle here, this was the close high. We closed 1 candle above. Next candle we wicked down, tested the high, and we continued up, right? So if it's going to be like this breakout, I would expect this to test this high and at least hold. If it doesn't hold, well, then you got a big deviation. It looks kind of ugly. But I would expect somewhere in this range to hold here as support. If it's going to be like this retest or this retest. But if you caught the short from 5 cents, that was a nice one. You caught like, what, a 20% move there? 25% move. It's pretty juicy. It's pretty juicy, if I may say myself. Brett said we have a section of the Discord to post setups. Yeah, there should be an altcoin section or a Bitcoin section. Whatever one you're trying to do, Brett. Should see that in there, man. GMX? I like GMX. I like the decentralized exchanges, man. I think at some point, if things continue the way they do with the whole KYC thing, at some point, us people in the US are going to have no choice but to use some type of either Coinbase or a decentralized exchange. And it's going to be one of those two. You're not going to have any choice. You're either going to have to use Coinbase or a decentralized exchange at some point. That seems like the route that it's going. Where I think the whole SEC suing Coinbase thing, I think is a little bit fabricated. But I actually think Coinbase has an in with these big, I think Coinbase is in with BlackRock and Valkyrie and ARK and all these big boys. Coinbase is it's like the centralized exchange for all these big institutions. I think they're in with them. I think the whole SEC Coinbase thing is sort of a mirage. And I think every other exchange is going to get kaput in the US. You know? Kraken. Yeah, you can do Kraken too. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on out there, man. Someone's doing something out there, man. Hit the like button. Thank you, Super. Super Maku. Super Maku. What do you guys think about tomorrow, guys? ETF deadline tomorrow for ARK. ARK. Bitcoin ETF. What the frick are these songs? I got the frick of the bar. Facts. I had a Glock for 2 months. Cool, bro. Anyone can get that. All right. Anyways. You can't make it up, man. ARK ETF. My opinion is I think everyone has the same opinion. Delay. Because in my opinion, which one gets approved first? Big Black Rock. ARK ETF, delay until these guys get approved. And then they get approved. Oh, man. Yeah, I think it's going to get delayed. It's not going to be denied or approved tomorrow. I think there's less than 1% chance anything happens tomorrow. All right, guys. Actually, I stayed on pretty long today for a boring day. I got to give myself some credit. Stayed on for an hour and 35 minutes here. All right, guys, I'm heading out. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 7. Tomorrow, PPI at 8:30. It's going to be a nothing burger like CPI was today. And there's the ARK ETF deadline. So, I doubt anything. I think it just gets delayed, extended, whatever you call it, until the next deadline. I doubt anything happens tomorrow. So, tomorrow's Friday. We probably don't have anything that happens this week. I think if we're going to see this volatility thing play out, we probably see the rest of this week with no action. We go into next week dwindling our thumbs, thinking, is this going to be the week where something happens? We still could, next week could still be boring too. But I would, based off the past, I wouldn't expect anything more than next week being ultra boring. I think this ultra boring shit will be gone by not next week, but the week after. But definitely within the next 1 to 2 weeks, based off the past. So we'll see. Anyways, I'm out of here, guys. Enjoy the crab markets. Have a great rest of your night, guys. I ate Chipotle, so I'm getting kind of tired as there's Chipotle in my stomach. And yeah, that's what we got. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Have a fantastic night. Magdi, later, bro. Dan Dangle. Franco, what am I doing with my thumbs? You don't want to know what I'm doing with my thumbs, Franco. Rod, later, bro. Dave, Incog, Crypto Shock, Bigden, V Slim, Dave, Teresa. See you guys later, guys. Peace. One fart for the day. All right, we out. Peace, guys.